As always, we're going to start off with a story. So I'm going to tell you about a real life tragic case. And this really highlights how the system goes wrong with poor psychiatric assessment. So Adam Stanmore is a 37-year-old man of mixed heritage from Oxford. And he was found dead on the 13th of June 2019, and it was a suicide. He had a self-reported history of depression and he had type 1 diabetes. Now I've done a more detailed video on him, so you should go and check that out. The cynics amongst you might be saying that I'm just recycling the same material, and to you I would say, so very briefly, on the 23rd of April 2019, Adam contacted his GP and he reported these kind of paranoid thoughts and that he was hearing voices telling him to kill himself. And Adam was referred by his GP to the Oxford Health NHS Foundation mental health team, and he was seen on that same day, which is quite impressive. However, following this assessment, Adam was just given a post-it note with the telephone number of Mind, which is like this mental health charity. And then he was told to go back to his GP for antidepressant treatment. So obviously it goes without saying that this is substandard. And it's hard to judge the degree of how bad this assessment was without seeing the notes. So it depends on his risk assessment. So for example, if he said that he was feeling safe by himself and that he could cope and that he had a good support system around him and that the voices had stopped or they weren't bothering him, then arguably it might have been a reasonable assessment, but I think that's really unlikely given his presentation to his GP on that very same day. So on the morning of the 18th of May 2019, Adam left his mother's house and he left a note which stated that he'd had enough. In the early afternoon, he obtained a knife from a neighbour and that neighbour called the police. And Adam was found sitting on his own fence, and he was quiet and he was staring ahead, and he told them, "I want to kill myself." So the armed response officers arrived and they approached Adam. They saw the knife in his waist belt and they discharged their tasers and they used force to restrain Adam and to remove the knife from him, which to me seems quite heavy-handed. And then Adam said he wanted to kill himself and he was taken to hospital. A public inquest was recently published and it was found that there was an inappropriate handover of information between the ambulance service control and the paramedics who were sent to the police station, and also between the police custody staff and the paramedics. And the evidence suggested that the paramedics weren't even made aware that Adam had told police officers that he wanted to kill himself. So to me, this is a very sad tale and it teaches us what can go wrong. Hello, cruel world. What you just saw there was a tiny little tantalizing taste, kind of nutty, of a much longer episode. You should go check it out if you're interested. The link will be in the description below. If you're a fan of either true crime or mental illness, or the crossover between the two, then you've got to go and check out my main YouTube channel, A Psych for Sore Minds. My name is Dr. Sohom. I'm a consultant forensic psychiatrist. I assess mentally disordered offenders for a living so that you don't have to. My channel covers a whole range, a smorgasbord of topics related to true crime and mental illness. For example, high-profile true crime cases with my own kind of personal psychoanalysis of individuals. I discuss issues related to criminality. I discuss individual diagnoses. I give advice about psychiatric problems. I interview ex-patients. I do a lot. There is something for everybody on my channel, and I implore you to go and check it out. You can even steal some of my ideas, palm them off as your own to impress your friends and impress people at dinner parties. It's all good. I've got your back. Until next time, stay euthymic, check out my channel, and please do not forget, I love you.